This is Clayton going to help us out with our half face monster look. And we're going to do a green monster. So we're going to start with dark green. And I'm going to have you close your eye just barely, okay? Because we're going to put green right in there. Oh, don't close it that much, just barely, barely. Yeah. So we always want to put a light. You know, lightly fill that area with green. And since the face is going to be split in half, we can come across the nose, down across the lip, and divide the face at that point with the dark green. And we're going to come back with the light green. And it doesn't matter dark or light, you can do either one first. Now we're going to have you close your eye really, really tight, because we're going to cover over that green with this green. And it's almost not going to show the difference in the two colors. And if that's the case, it doesn't matter. You can come through with some white. Throw a little white on it like this. With his eye closed real tight like that, you just brush a little bit of white through it. Okay. And we can take a little bit of yellow. And we do the same thing. We just hit highlight spots with the yellow. And we're just basically creating a funny looking monster. Okay, now open your eye. And we've got some shades and shadows already created just that way. And we're going to come in with some white on the brush, which we load up a flat brush. And we're going to tip your head up. We're going to come off of the mouth up like this. We're going to create a base for the teeth. This is for the mean looking growly teeth. Okay, we're also going to throw a little bit of highlight up in here like this. And these are just areas for shapes to happen on. Come off the eyes. Bring a little bit around here. And this is using the person's face as much as possible to create this dynamic. Clean our brush off, and we're going to move from there to a flat brush with a round on it. I don't even know what they call them, but the shape of the brush is going to help us out here.
How about the rounded pointed brush?
I should call it something, huh? Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come through and follow these shadow lines with the black to exaggerate this mean look. And doing so, you can see how automatically it creates a mean look. Come off of there. We're going to add a little more black around the eye, even though we're going to let the eye be realistic. You can close it if you want. Oh, at this point, if we decide to, we can. And I think we should. I think we should make the eyeball pop out of the eye socket. So we're going to give that eye socket a bigger look up here. Then we're going to come down and using our brush on its edge, frame our teeth marks, our teeth line. This line is for our teeth line, and we've got a bunch of ugly looking lines coming off of this face now. And it's looking awful mean. We're going to go back in and get our white again. Load it up on our flat brush. And we're going to take and put a teardrop shape just like this. And in this particular case, since we have green down, we put white over it. The white has a green tint to it, so we can double coat it. Take some of that green tint out. Okay, now what that's going to be, that little teardrop there, is our eyeball that fell out of the eye socket. So now we have to go with the eye color. We're going to take and make that a blue eye that fell out of the eye socket. We're going to cover it with a half moon shape. Right there, so that it looks like it's his eye. Then we need some red, because if it's going to fall out of the eye socket, it's going to show those little squiggly lines that we have to make that look like bloodshot things on the eye. And of course it's going to have some blood, so I'll put drips of blood by pressing the brush against the corner of the eye, forming some blood squirts. Maybe have a little one coming down here like this, so it looks kind of bloody. Maybe another one coming up here. Kind of feel like that Bob Ross guy on TV. Happy little trees, only we're going to have squirt little blood. Now we're going to load up black and do some detail. We're going to put the pupil of the eye in there, and we're going to frame that eye real lightly. When we do that, I put my little finger there against his face to make sure that I don't press too far on the brush in forming that eyeball. So it looks like his eye just fell out of his socket. Now we're going to take the black again. We're going to come off the corner of his mouth and go out and form teeth. You take that out on a slight angle, then you can divide the mouth like this. And you notice I didn't go all the way to the outside edge. And that's because you don't want to make square teeth, you want to make rounded off teeth. So you're going to round off the teeth on the bottom by making a loop connecting them like this. That makes them look like they're kind of like the gums are showing too on the teeth. And we want that look in this particular design because it looks more mean.